like button, hit that like button. You know that the like button needs to be hit. And here we introduce the Afro Girl. The Afro Girl.
I have a question about my relationship. So, me and my boyfriend, we've been staying together for 4 years. I have 5 kids, and so my three older ones by my husband, they stay with him. So it's just me and my two youngest. And for 4 years, he's not really bonding with them.
For 4 years, you're saying your boyfriend you're with now hasn't bonded with your other kids that you have with your husband.
No, okay, I have 5 kids. My three older boys live with my husband, my ex-husband.
Okay.
So it's just me and my two younger that I had with fiance.
Okay.
So like I said, we've been living together for 4 years, and I have to ask him to do everything, like initiate everything, like date night, anything I want. I have to just tell him. I'm just at the point where I'm tired of telling. I want him to, do things.
Mm-hmm.
So I know my friends tell me like, "Oh, you should leave," but I don't want to leave. He's a good dude. I mean,
have you communicated that with him, Jennifer? Have you said, "Hey, babe,
when we get into arguments, yeah, it's like he only hear me when we get into an argument. Because, like I said, I can take and take. He says he wants me because I go to school. I'm going to school to be a nurse, and I work in a nursing home. And then I'm dealing with my kids. I got a lot on my plate. All I ask, like he says, if I have to start first, like if he see me being consistent with my kids, which I am, so I don't get why he's saying that, but.
He wants to see you consistent with your kids. That's what he said.
Do stuff first, and then he'll do it. But I have my two younger kids. They're autistic, and it's really hard. Like just doing like homework with them and too. So I'm like, can you get one and I get the other? Like,
what if he wanted to see you do first with the kids exactly? What's
that? Okay, I need to be more reading with them more, and I do need to like read with them more every day. But like again, I'm in nursing school, and it's a lot. So I'm trying to, but I'm just not doing as much.
And he's the father of your two youngest children, right?
No.
Okay, Jennifer.
And that's another thing too. He has a daughter, but
hold the fuck up. She's sort of like a deadbeat mom. Don't really want to be a mom, but she is a mom. She got 3 kids. She already let live with her ex-husband. Didn't want to really be a mom to those 3 because they live with him, unless she's just a shitty ass mom. Then she had 2 more that ain't her fiancés, and she's wondering why he don't want to bond with the other 2. Well, first off, they're autistic, which basically means he's not going to bond with them and you're not going to bond with them. That doesn't work with autistic kids, first off. Second of all, he doesn't want to bond with them. Otherwise, he'd be right there in the trenches with you, right? You, off the bat, need to stop the whirlwind of your life, because those 2 autistic children need twice as much attention as a regular child, and you have 2, which basically means don't fucking have any more children. Concentrate on those 2 children. You shouldn't even have another man that ain't their father around those 2 children, because most people don't understand what autism is. You're telling him to bond with 2 children who don't have any kind of bonding mechanism built in for them. So how is he going to bond with them, and you're barely holding on your goddamn self? So this is all fucked up. This is all fucked up.
For her mom, and he sees her like every other weekend or every month, once a month or something. It's not consistent with her. He's just more like financial. So I'm asking, sometimes I tell myself, like, I guess I'm expecting too much. If he's not really around his child, how can I expect him to really be there and bond. But I'm like, how can you live with someone for 4 years? You a man and I have boys, and not at least attempt to be like a role model and father
But the
figure.
thing is, Jen, he could also say, why did you allow me to be here for this long and not even bond with my children?
I guess because I'm. Uh,
Why did you allow it as a woman? That could also be a question, Jen.
yeah, because I see the good in him. I don't know. We are.
But she wants a nigga around, and it doesn't matter what he does as long as he's there. Like a lot of you females, you don't care what he do. He can put his hands on you. He can put his hands on the kids. He can cuss you out. He can cuss your kids out. As long as he's there. See, that's that mammy shit. You women need to get over that. You need to be putting that mammy shit to the back and put your children first. Off the bat, I would recommend, he could be as good as he wants to be. He's not good enough for those 2 autistic children. Let's put you in the back burner and the man in the back burner. It's all about those kids. You have to take care of these 2 kids because these 2 kids are just like entities, human beings walking around with no clue of the outside world. And you do have a clue about the outside world, which means you have to be their eyes and ears and their safety. Now, when you bring a person around these type of children and they don't have their safety in mind first, all they feel is annoyed. All they feel is this person is getting on my nerves. All they feel is detached from this human being who doesn't have any kind of bonding mechanism built in like we do, right? It's very difficult to bond with autistic children. And you seem to have not bonded with these 2 autistic children, and yet and still you want a man who is not their father to have bonded with 2 children that are not his. Now, it's 4 years past and he still hasn't bonded. Bottom line, you need to stop worrying about your pussy and kick him the fuck out. He could be as good a guy as he wants to be. He doesn't want to be a father to your 2 children. Why the fuck would you want him around if he don't want to be a father to your children? And they especially need a protector and a father. The fuck are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here, girl?
Our relationship started off a little rocky. My guard was up. There was some trust issues in the beginning. So I don't know. It's I'm like, I know what I need to do. It's just if he's still here, like it's just simple stuff. Like,
what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What is it that you want to hear? What is the real question deep in your heart and soul that you want to know?
I just want him to be like a provider, a real man. I have a man in the house and not a man of the house. Like, you know, he's helping me with half of the rent or stuff like that, but I wanted a family. Like, I was married before, so this is different. I experienced that, you know, a man doing for his kids and all that, and I get it, you know, they're not his biologically, but you knew what you was getting when you started dating me, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, too, I do understand what you're saying, and it sounds like you want to feel more like a family, like mom and dad, children together doing activities bonded. But the thing is, the foundation of the relationship sounds like it wasn't built on that. So it's hard to do that 4 years later. If this is your pattern, if this how the relationship was built on this type of, I guess, pattern, habit, behavior, then why should he change now?
Like I said, he showed, like, he does stuff for me. It's just like at the point, because I have kids, it's time.
You see how she continued to make excuses for his indifference? And this is the problem with the women. You continue to make excuses for the indifference. You continue to make excuses for the fuckery. You continue to make excuses for this man not giving a fuck about the house in which he lives. He comes there to fuck you. He comes there for you to cook dinner, for you to do all of these things, but not to interact. And you allow that to happen. you allow that to happen?
I don't know. I guess I am.
The thing is, you've always had children. You know, you've had your 2 children already, and he knew. And I'm sure in the beginning, when you guys first started dating, Jen, you said, "This is what I want in a man. This is what I want to look for." And you know, you guys were vibing out. Things was good. He said what he would do and how he would do it. And somewhere along the way, he just didn't. And then maybe you thought, okay, he's a good guy. Maybe he'll change in a month.
And so I was more so with his potential.
Right.
Like, exactly. I know what he can do, so I'm waiting.
You too motherfucking old, and you got too many motherfucking kids to be dealing with a man based on potential. Cause you got to be a certain age. You got to be. This don't make no sense. This sound like some bullshit. This sound like you need a bunch of accountability on your own. Ain't no way you should have no nigga up under you, and you can't take accountability for the fact that you can't keep your legs closed, stop having children, stop dealing with men who don't want to be fathers to your children, stop dealing with men who don't want to be your husband. What are we doing here?
That.
Yeah. But you gotta look at me. I gotta see you right now. Okay. We can't do anything with potential. The bill man, the rent man, the mortgage man, you can't say, you know what, in 2 months, my money's coming in. Can I pay you later? You can't do that. They want their money now.
Right.
Right? Mom has to show up now for the kids.
He just wants, I have to prove myself to him, basically. Like,
you can't do anything with potential.
I swear to God, when I be listening to this shit, I be like, some of y'all Sammys. Some of you women are Sammys. What do you mean, prove yourself to him? What do you mean? What are you proving? See, the problem is you jumped into this relationship trying to prove that you was wifey material. You already got a fucked up mindset because you're not even in your full potential, your full power of being a mother and a woman. You trying to placate a man, and he shouldn't even fucking be there. He should be somewhere else trying to build his own self up. His motherfucking ass is living up under your skirt, making you pay half of the rent, knowing full well you already got a full plate. He ain't nigga enough to even try to help take care of you. What are you doing, and why are we here?
You just can't. And unfortunately, nothing's gonna change. And he doesn't have to change because you have made it okay for so long. And I'm being very honest with you, woman to woman. What's that?
They say people do to you what you allow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel, like I said, I do feel stupid. I know what I need to do is just, I love him. I have a fear of abandonment. Like, everything I love, I always lost, or I got hurt the most by people that love me. I don't know. It's really hard to explain the whole situation. I'm a little nervous too, but
no, we get it. We get it. We women, we get it. You're fucked up. You're living in a fucked up situation. You got fucked up circumstances. It is what it is. If good people got good shit all the time, then motherfucking shit wouldn't happen to good people. But bad shit happen to good people. Bad circumstances happen to good people. You have to take those goddamn opportunities and make lemonade out of lemons. Most people got lemons, but we don't sit there and whine about it. But we do throw dirt on the ground and keep walking. And we're not saying this guy is bad. We're not saying any of that. What we're saying is he's not for you. What we're saying is you need work. What we're saying is you need to sacrifice your wants and needs for those 2 children and be the best that you can be. You apparently don't want to do that. You apparently love him so much that you love him above your children. You got on here and said he's not bonding with your children. After 4 years, he's not bonding with your children. Kick him the fuck out. And you start bonding with your children. You start bonding with your children. Where's the baby daddy, as a matter of fact? Where's the baby daddy? He don't want to be bothered neither. They don't want to be bothered neither. Stop having children. Get on birth control. Do what you got to do to pull your shit together. You on this motherfucker with a bonnet and a goddamn tube top. Make it make sense. And you too motherfucking old, and you got too many goddamn kids to be on here complaining about a loser who don't want to deal with you or your children. Get rid of him. Do what you got to do. Grow the fuck up. That's what I recommend. But hey, therapy is all you need, goddammit. Therapy is all you fucking need. You don't need to do shit else.